So we try to kick off every board meeting once we get through all the intro business with a celebration of some kind. This month we're celebrating the growth in our Future Farmers of America program.
A couple things that make up an agricultural education program is we go by the three-circle model. So the best ag programs kind of have equally weighted classroom instruction, supervised agricultural experiences, and then FFA. That's why everybody talks about FFA being like an extracurricular activity when it's technically not. Everything that we do in the classroom is also being taught or it's also being applied in their SAE projects, which I'll have some kids talk about. And then again, they're competing and they're using that knowledge again on the FFA side of things. So yes, they're here in their FFA jackets, but the goal here at Slinger is that we're equally weighted in each of these divisions.
So all students completing an agriculture education will graduate with on-the-job experience. So students will work with local businesses to acquire these experiences. So Walleyes for Tomorrow, veterinary clinics, doggy daycares, grooming facilities, Department of Natural Resources, local farms, Autumn Oaks, and the County Highway Department are just a few examples of some of the places our students have volunteered at. And then numerous students have been hired on after experience. My bad. And then students learn how to include experiences on a resume, job application, or scholarship application.
My name is Abby. I currently work at Woodview Veterinary Clinic, and I used it as one of my SAEs for an egg class that I took. And I just kind of help out there, but currently they've kind of given me a lot of different experiences that I can kind of take on into my life because I'm planning to go to school to become a veterinarian. And so they're very understanding of that and have allowed me to get experiences that maybe someone just working there for a job might not get.
And Abby also works with Russ Herman with the CPA department through like the Wisconsin DEI apprenticeship program. So Abby's working on, we probably have completed it by now. And just because I want to give Abby your boost in front of all the crowd. So Abby's, as a senior in high school, she's already accepted to vet school at Kansas State University. So I don't know, it's like less than 1% of kids get to do that. So we're pretty proud of Abby.
So last year during the pandemic, I ran a national virtual livestock show. Kids all over the country competed with us, and we were able to send videos of their animals off to a panel of national judges and get results back to them. That event actually raised $23,000, which got sent back to the kids and got donated to National FFA, National 4-H, and the Red Cross. So this year, my family and I decided to continue it, and we ran a livestock show up in Fond du Lac with a judge out of Illinois, and we raised $10,000, and half of that got donated back to the kids, and the other half is going into the fund for next year's show.
When I started here, we had the same amount of FFA members as Hartford and Kewaskum. It was 60 members in each chapter. We do only have 3 FFA chapters in Washington County. It's just Hartford, Slinger, Kewaskum. So that's kind of where I started, was 60 members. And then in 4 years, we've been able to more than double that because we're at 140 right now. As Mr. Seaver said, we'll look forward to having close to, 200 next year. I did check just the other day, and I think Kewaskum and Hartford each have 40 members.
So once a month, starting this January, we went over to the middle school for 45 minutes, and we taught one lesson. So some examples we did was poultry, which Ben led because he has a poultry project. We had the Lozen family do a livestock lesson, and we ended the year with a dairy one. And our first meeting, we had 35 students come, which was crazy awesome, and we're just excited to see where it goes in the coming weeks.
So this is a photo of me and Ben Wolf, another officer, reading books to the elementary schoolers, which we did in the last week of school this year. The Slinger FFA donated books to every Slinger elementary school student, and these books were cute picture books about the food production process. So we brought those over to the elementary school, read those to the kids, and then gave them a goodie bag with like coloring books and other agriculture related things that second graders would enjoy. So our county executive Josh Shulman actually came with us and also read to the students. So it was good.
Another platform we have is our Food for America event, in which usually would be at Sunset Farms, but this year because of COVID we are unable to do that. we still wanted to have the event, so we brought it to kind of the Slinger High School grounds, and then Allenton and Addison as well. And we taught them about the different areas that kind of from farm to table is what we talked about a lot. So in this station, I was teaching about crop and soil science. We talked about all the different components of soil, as well as how crops are not just food, they're made of multiple different things. For example, diapers, which a lot of kids didn't know, they thought was funny, but it's still pretty cool that they can learn that crops are more important than just for our food.
Agriculture is one of those classes that people think they know what I'm going to teach in my classes, and then it's one of those things where you got to be in my class and in a seat in front of me before you actually realize, oh wow, the scope of this industry is a lot more than what we expected. So that's why it's important that we're getting out at the elementary schools and the middle schools and talking with the 8th graders to get them in my classroom.
The Slinger FFA partners with Hartford and Kewaskum FFAs, and we have an ice cream booth where we sell ice cream sundaes as well as milk. And it's a really great experience for our members, just talking with people, working with money, that sort of thing, as well as an awesome fundraiser for us. And then this is our fruit sale, which is a great fundraiser for us as well, that we do every year. And our pedal pull, which is another, was that from?
That was from Hootie
Hootie
Fest.
Fest,
So
yeah.
hopefully we'll be at Hootie Fest again. But these are just some examples of the different ways that we get out in the community. That's at the Equity Livestock Cooperative. And then the kids also like to give back to their livestock buyers. We always give them boxes of fruit and thank them for supporting any way that we can give back to the community.
We saw that the dairy industry was struggling, and this idea was kind of popping up across the state with other FFA chapters. So we kind of stole the support dairy, #DairyStrong thing and kind of made it our own campaign. And we sold these dairy signs across the Midwest, even as far as Texas, and raised over $4,500, which we donated straight to the Slinger Food Pantry for them to purchase dairy products.
One thing that's really special about FFA is just the amount of scholarship opportunities that they have. So one example was I got signed on to Black Hawk College to participate in their horse judging team. So I wouldn't have had that opportunity without participating in the horse judging competitions that Slinger FFA and Wisconsin FFA had. So that's one opportunity they gave me, and then also scholarships with just within our chapter and the alumni that they donate, and also Wisconsin State FFA, their foundation. I received a scholarship last year and this year. So really they have so many opportunities for you to apply for scholarships and really help you continue your education if that is your plan for the future.
Everybody always thinks that to go to school on an athletic scholarship, but people tend to forget that there is horse judging and livestock judging and agricultural scholarships that they can go toward as well. So as Brooke's ag teacher, we're super proud that, because I got student loans, so I am super proud that Brooke can go to school for free, basically. And Kylie's going out of state, West Texas A&M University, and because of all the scholarships that she's going to be given, basically almost being like recruited to go out of state a little bit. We love that too, that she's going to be able to go out of state and not graduate with $100,000 worth of debt. One of the big things that we do is we have an officer retreat coming up this summer. So we'll take the kids for 3-4 days, show them kind of how to be a leader. We actually learn parliamentary procedure in school, and we learn it at our officer retreat. So I love that my kids get to see you guys using Parley Pro in a real world environment, because that's something that I teach every day. They go to a leadership workshop, but we have local to all the way national conferences that these kids can go to. And we'll have national convention in Indianapolis in the fall that the kids can look forward to. Last one, make sure you're following us on social media. That's my pitch of the day. We are on Instagram, we are on Snapchat, we are on Facebook. Facebook is probably where we're the most active at. So if you haven't, please go on there, please give us a follow. And at this time, I guess if you guys have any questions for us, but that's our super quick snapshot.
All right.